Ring looks good on you.
I like this ring on me. All right. You know what? Speaking of rings, I'm interviewing the Super Bowl ring. No, I'm not. But I'm interviewing the owner of the Super Bowl ring.
Probably a better interview than me. But fun to be out here, Donna.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this, what year? What is this? This is awesome.
That is New York Giants Super Bowl ring, Super Bowl 46 that we played in Indianapolis, which was a lot of fun for me because I grew up 47 miles from where we played the game. And to be able to be a part of a team, to win a Super Bowl for the team that I liked when I was a kid was special.
I was like so excited. So we met through a mutual friend, and he's like, "Oh, my friend Steve, I think you'd like him because he's really positive. He does all these great things in the community." Where did that start for you? Where did you become a philanthropic soul? When you're younger?
I think the genesis of that for me was, being 108 pounds and having dreams and aspirations when I was 14 years old of one day becoming a professional athlete. And I didn't share that dream or that vision for my life with very many people because as a freshman, they have the freshman team, the JV team, the varsity team, and I was on the freshman B team. And so for me to have a dream for myself of being a pro athlete when I wasn't even on the, JV or varsity team seemed so far-fetched and so distant for me. I didn't share that goal or that dream with anybody, but through hard work, dedication, plan, and execution of that and a lot of sacrifices, I was able to earn a scholarship to college, to the University of Illinois, and then move on from there, have an opportunity to play in professional football, play for 10 years, win a Super Bowl ring, and now I'm kind of going on my own personal journey of kind of self-discovery and fulfilling what it is I feel like my life's mission is. And so for me to be able to experience what I experienced as a professional athlete and leverage that to kind of help motivate and inspire, educate, and really kind of make it real for other people, kids, adults, it really doesn't matter because my story is, kind of the Rudy Rudiger, the Notre Dame football player that had no business being on the team.
Yes.
And he just worked and worked and worked and worked, and what he lacked in skill, he made up for in will. And so that's my story, and I want kids that are, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th grade that have dreams and aspirations for their own life, and they see it so far away to know, hey, listen, if this guy did it,
right.
Steve did it. He put on 100 pounds in high school. It was through diet, it was through nutrition, it was through making personal sacrifices to get what I wanted in the distant future and not what I wanted right now. And so
it worked.
That's what I'm doing right now.
And it still works. Do you know what's so funny too is like after you have achieved greatness in one area of your life, you look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, wait, that happened faster than I thought it would, or at least that's my experience.
Mm-hmm.
Like you reach those moments of like, those aha moments, and then you're like, well, wait a second, I'm only this age. I still have more to live.
Mm-hmm.
So is that what you did? You found that next thing for you, that next journey?
It was the goals that I set for myself were to one day become a professional athlete. And once I, kind of got into the NFL after my rookie year, I kind of reevaluated my goals because once I made it in, what do I shoot for now?
Right.
And so I wanted to make it to 4 years in the NFL because the league average is 3.1. So I wanted to make it to 4 years so I could beat the average. And then once I made it to there, I said, there's a very, very small percentage of people that make it to 10 years because it's double digits. So I said, if I can get to my 10th year in the NFL and win a Super Bowl, I'll reevaluate again, and maybe I might set my goal for 20 years in the NFL. I don't know, but those were the goals that I set before myself. So I think that for me, really, I call it the formula for prosperity.
Okay.
And it is having a vision for yourself. What do you want to do with your life? What do you want to do in this facet of your life, whether it's your faith, your family, fitness, philanthropy? I had a vision for myself that I wanted to play for 10 years and win a Super Bowl ring. So then those became my goals. And then after you identify and set that goal, now you have to create a plan, step-by-step plan that's really tedious to be able to construct. But once you construct that goal, then it's time for the fourth step of the formula for prosperity. And the fourth step is where 90% of people, in my opinion, fail in making their dreams become a reality, and that's executing that plan because that's the hard work. So a lot of people in life, everybody has a dream, everybody has a vision, everybody will set a goal. Fewer people will take the time to construct an effective plan, and I constructed an effective plan based upon mentors in my life. But then an even smaller percentage And that's why everybody isn't living their own dream, because they're not willing day in and day out, the self-discipline, the self-sacrifice to execute that plan. And once they execute their plan, before they know it, just like you said, that aha moment, you're so focused on executing your plan, you know, you bring your eyes up from the grind for a minute, you're like, holy crap,
I'm
here.
Game, right?
You know what I mean? So that's what I hope to get across to people, because I wasn't talented, I wasn't big, I wasn't strong, but you know, I had an undeniable will and a consistency of the investment of time that it took to be able to, you know, build my body up physically, because I was pretty athletic, but I was 5'8". I was 108 pounds, and I lacked the elite size and strength to compete at an elite level. I wasn't even on the varsity team. So I knew if my vision was to become a professional athlete, I knew that I was going to have to take that vision, set the goal of, okay, I need to gain weight, I need to get stronger. You know, this is my plan. I'm going to eat this, I'm going to train this time, and then execute that plan. And over time, during 4 years of high school, I went from 108 to 225 pounds and earned a scholarship to college, and then from college to the pros, and then from the pros to 10 years, and then from 10 years, now I'm on Live It Up with Donna Drake. Living the dream.
Living it up, baby. Absolutely. I have to tell you, my television show actually came to me in a dream. It was divinely gifted. But I knew in second grade that I wanted to kind of be a little bit famous. I wanted to do something in the industry because I was being bullied. And I was like, you know what? Someday you're going to wish you were nicer to me, because I'm going to be so famous you're going to wish you were my friend, right? So it was that childhood thing that drove me like a crazy runaway train. And then as things happen, now the purpose is completely different, because the whole show is other-centered. Like, I find it such a blessing and such an honor to be able to tell other people's stories of success, to shine a light on them.
Out of them.
Yeah, so that they at home can say, you know what? Same thing. If Steve and Donna Drake can do it, I can do it. And that's the whole purpose of the show.
So it's just two people up here on this set living the dream.
We are living the dream. Amen.
Up top.
Okay. And the other thing I wanted to mention is your ticker. Your ticker gave you a little bit of a challenge, your heart.
Yeah.
And you didn't let that stop you either. So you had like a little problem with your ticker, and you had a little surgery, and you just didn't let it stop you.
Yeah, I mean, the reason that I'm here today is my good friend, Rich Segaldo, and everybody calls him Big Daddy.
Yes,
so
we
for
do.
everybody out there, it's Big Daddy. But he's the reason I'm here today, and he went through something very similar, brain aneurysm, and changed the way that he feels about his vision for his life, how he lives his life. He's taking his health more seriously, and to me, it was a very similar situation. I had always taken really good care of my body, but then there's two organs that you just can't go without. That's your brain and your heart. And it was in the preseason, or it was actually, playoff game in 2009. I was playing for the Jets, and we were just getting ready to start the game in Cincinnati against the Bengals, and my heart rate went from, resting at, probably 70 beats per minute up to 300, between 280 and 300 beats per minute, and it stayed there for 3 hours. And obviously the doctors wouldn't let me play, and it was heart-wrenching, literally, because my heart was beating out of my chest. But I'm sitting here watching my teammates on TV play without me, because in the NFL, they don't have a backup for the punter.
Yeah.
So it was difficult physically and difficult mentally to see my guys go to battle without me. But I've always been very, very vigilant with the gratitude that I have in life for my blessings, because I never thought that I'd make it in the NFL. I was going to work like hell until I gave myself the best chance, and then when I was presented with that opportunity, I was prepared for it because of all the hard work and the investment I put in up until that point. And so I've always been very, very thankful for the opportunities in my life. But when something like that happens, you kind of reevaluate how you're spending your most precious commodity in life, and it's not your money, it's not relationships, it's your time, because you can get new relationships, you can make more money, you can never get more time. And so that's one thing that I changed in my life after that scare, and then I had heart surgery after that, was how am I investing, not spending, how am I investing my most precious commodity? Because when you invest it, that yields a return. When you spend it, you can never get it back.
Beautiful. And you have something also for the audience, which is your new ebook, which is called ARMageddon. So how do you get that?
So the ARMageddon ebook for me kind of
do you
came.
think? I mean, like, here, fill them
I
now.
need new shirts, because if I tried to flex right now, I think I'd bust my shirt. But so that's for me. ARMageddon ebook is a program that I wrote for myself. January 1st of this year, I decided I wanted to retire after 10 years in the NFL. I fulfilled all my goals. I recalibrated to see what other goals I wanted to achieve in my life, and none of them had anything to do with professional football. So at that point, I said, you know what, I'm gonna create a program for myself to change something about myself that has bothered me. And that was the size of my arms. I've been on, numerous fitness magazine covers, but I've always bothered me the size of my arms. So much so that I wore long sleeves in every single NFL game that I've ever played. So I created this program for myself. And during the 90 days, my New Year's resolution was I wanted to get 19-inch arms in 90 days. And through that journey, I was able to achieve it, but I shared that journey, I shared that resolution on January 1st. So my followers on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat would keep me honest. If 90 days went by and my arms weren't 19, they'd be like, you're trying to say you're all motivational and you work hard, but what's the deal? So I did that to keep myself honest, and I was able to achieve it. And during that journey, while I'm sharing the different workouts and exercises that I'm doing, people were like, man, your arms are really starting to grow. I would love to try this program that you made for yourself. And so I said, you know what, if I'm going to share this with people, I want to share everything I ate, every day that I trained, how I trained, what I trained, the training modalities, the mindset. And so it took me 5 months. I did every single thing in this ebook on my own. I'm super proud of it.
You should be.
And I released it 3 weeks ago. And the day that we released, we sold thousands of copies, and people, China, Australia, South Africa, it's a really good feeling to see all these orders coming in from all over the world to invest their money and commit to a program that I created myself. And I work, when you work really hard for something, when it becomes successful, it means so much more to you. So ARMageddonEbook.com, and I'm actually giving away the first week of the program and the first 20 pages of the book away right now for free, because I'm so motivated for people to just try it. You don't have to commit to the 12 weeks. I don't need your money.
Right.
I just want you to try it.
You want the experience of them doing good.
I want you to test drive the Rolls Royce, and then if you love it, then make the commitment.
Well, I don't know if I can get 19-inch arms, but I know that it could get a little.
You don't need 19-inch arms.
It's all about the size. It's about the fitness.
Becoming the best version of yourself.
Love it.
So you can't compare your chapter 4 to my chapter 20, because I've been doing this for 20 years. But it's been a lot of fun.
And the best, most favorite thing that you enjoy when you go home? When you go home to the Midwest?
I have 4 children, and I've got 2 brothers and a sister. And my parents were wonderful parents. So just spending time with family. And when you go back to Indiana, it's kind of the opposite of New York. There's not really a lot to do, but there's not a lot of things I want to do. It's all with my family. So just going home and being around family, because being in the NFL for 10 years and the time demands, really don't have that much time to be able to go home and see family. So for sure,
beautiful.
Definitely.
Well, thank you for sharing this time with us. I really appreciate it.
It's
so much fun, and I know you probably want to
go work out after the show.
Yeah, all right. We're pumping iron. All right, stay tuned for more on Live It Up. Steve Weatherford, Donna Drake. This is beautiful. Thank you so much. Okay, happy journeys. There you go.
Thank you.
All right, now we're ringed.